tietää mielessään on aika lähteä pois. Metsä kutsuu kulkijaa rauhan sielulleen se tois. Kylmäks käynyt maa jo kutsuu taas sen kulkijaa. Vuoret rikko taivaan rantaa, mielen kirkastaa. Se kutsuu kulkijaa pois, vie se näiltä main. Raskaaksi käynyt sydän huutaa rauhaa erämaan. Tuiskaus puiden latvoistaa tuo rauhan sydämeen. Haukka huutaa hyvästi talven ensi tulee. Tuiskaus puiden latvoistaa tuo rauhan sydämeen. Haukka huutaa hyvästi talven ensi tulee. Uusi kerran metsän takaa tuuli vieraamaan ja nosti aallot suuren veden, rikkoi vanhan haan. Syvällä tietää mielessään on aika lähteä pois. Metsä kutsuu kulkija rauhan sielulleen se tois. Kylmäks käynyt maa jo kutsuu taas sen kulkijan. Vuoret rikko taivaan rantaa, mielen kirkastaa. Se kutsuu kulkija pois, vie se näiltä mailta. Raskaaksi käynyt sydän huutaa rauhaa erämaa. Tuiskas puiden latvoista tuo rauhan sydämeen. Haukka huuta hyvästi talven ensi tulee.
Good evening and welcome back, travelers, to episode 87 of Near Dark Society's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign.
Play the intro.
Tonight's intro is titled
The
Wardens
intro's title?
of the Wild.
Ah.
When we last left off, you guys told me you wanted to shop.
And then promptly forgot.
I have not gotten any of your inventory lists yet.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I didn't know we were supposed to send you anything.
I think we all forgot.
yes, you all did, including myself. So don't feel bad about that.
Oh, so
Oh, so then we shouldn't be punished.
No, you will be punished.
Okay,
Dress.
then how are you getting punished?
Uh,
Our
I-
behavior tonight is going to be extra tonight, so that's your punishment.
I will rebuttal with extra DMing. I don't know what that means. Anyways, yeah. So if you guys do have something you want to buy before leaving Neve, let
Yes.
me.
An infinite rocket launcher.
Infinite
Yes.
rocket launcher. Okay, I'll
That's
add
the
that
one
to
from
the list of
RE4.
things that don't exist. And-
Thanks, man, for adding it to my inventory.
Infinite magic
Infinite
missile
health.
rocket launcher.
Infinite Tsukuyomi.
I do actually have a legendary artifact that I made that you guys missed early on in this campaign. It was a double-edged sword. So it was a wand of infinite magic missile. However, if you kept using it, it would eventually explode. In fact, every user who's ever had it has died from kind of blowing themselves up from it. Because
Who do you think would have used that?
Fulner, 1000%. Fulner would grab that immediately.
Why?
Or Kaz. I could have seen.
Oh,
Kaz
so it was
using
that
too.
early in the game.
Was it
Oh,
a cool
yeah.
jewel that
Must have been that bone snake we skipped.
Nope, that was a bow and arrow.
That was a bow, Justin.
That was designed specifically for Laven Day.
Yeah, and then we
that's
did.
okay. We can.
And you guys,
I do too.
no, it was actually, you guys missed that wand in the silver salt mines beneath the water.
I thought we went through that entire thing.
No, you guys missed 2/3 of the dungeon.
We were in a dungeon?
It was a dungeon, and you guys, yeah. So what happened was, you guys ended up running into Taku almost immediately, and Taku essentially led you to the end of the dungeon. He was the shortcut, he's the shortcut NPC. The other portion of the dungeon was to unlock all the steam vents to get to where you needed to go.
Do you remember what was in the water?
Yeah, I do.
We were not going to unlock
Shark
any.
in the water.
Yeah.
There was a shark, like deity in the water.
Well, it was.
I'm
well,
really
there
disappointed
was a
you did not
shark
laugh at
deity.
that, Justin.
Yes.
What?
Shark in the water.
I expected you of all people would be laughing at that one.
What'd you say?
Never mind. It's gone. My feelings are hurt. How's the sound tonight, by the way, everyone?
Yes.
We put up some foam boards that Hobby put together.
We are soundproofing the studio, so we sound extra crispy.
We sound extra soundproof.
Extra soundproof.
Everyone's like, it sounds the same.
It sounds exactly the same. They're like, fucking delete your channels. All right. But do we have any other announcements other than we got Vampire obviously tomorrow with the final night of Prince Memphis at the helm of Chicago.
It's the final countdown.
Other than that,
Did we want to shout out Jelly for the comic?
I don't have them down here. I was going to post on
Oh.
Twitter.
Cool.
also it'd probably be better just to do that on the Vampire Night too.
Yeah, we could do that, yeah. I guess that would make sense.
Has anyone else got any announcements they want to do before we jump into tonight's game? That looks like a no.
By the way, it was a Jaws joke, and you missed it.
Roll to save.
So let's hear it again.
Stop.
He said something about... Fuck, what did he say? He said
Blood in the
something
water.
in the water. There's something in the water. I said shark in the water.
Oh.
Oh.
And I looked over at you. I was expecting to see a little smirk.
I believe it was.
I was pulling up the stream.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, is there any NPCs that you guys want to talk to while you're in Neve, or items that you specifically want to buy? Seriously, not infinite rocket launchers. If so, this would be the best time to tell me, and we're gonna do it one at a time.
Actually, yes. I wasn't going to buy anything, though. The store that Mothon came out of, I was going to go in there, because I didn't get a chance to the first time around.
You mean
I don't even know what the store was. When we
the
first
store
went.
Mothon came out of?
Yeah, when we first went to Neve.
Yeah, you know what it was.
I don't know what it was.
Oh, Chad doesn't remember what it
Yeah,
was.
because I don't think I even went in there.
Okay, negative 50 experience for not writing it
Oh,
down.
man.
The experience that we don't use since this is a milestone game. I believe that was...
Because I just saw him coming out of it. I don't think I ever went into it.
No, it was the blacksmith. The blacksmith lady.
Oh, it was the same store?
Yeah, it was the same store.
Oh, I thought it was a different store.
No, it was the same lady.
Oh, well, either way, I was going to yell at her.
And you know her name, right?
Nope.
Because she was from...
Neve.
Yeah, she was from Neve. To me, she's from Neve.
I would love to see what Lavende yelling at someone is.
I don't think Lamine has ever yelled.
He has.
Oh, he has. He yelled at Kaz.
I did.
He snapped on Kaz.
Yeah, it was very strange because he doesn't normally act that way. So it was just very...
Yes. Well, Kaz is very stressful in that situation.
Kaz was stressful in a lot of situations.
No, it was Mama Ruth.
Oh, wait, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
That's from Campaign 1.
It's for Campaign 1.
That's how long you've known Mama Ruth. My God.
Well, I
I
recycled some NPCs that I made from the first campaign, since this was like a new rebooted world setting.
Well, we
Did
did
she-
save her.
Did she also have Tamagotchi with her again?
You mean Tomo?
God forbid if he ever get a Tamagotchi
Tamagotchi.
because he'll be dead one day.
Literally, all of our
See,
NPCs are
Wayne
Tamagotchi.
forgot his.
All my Gawain notes are in the very back. Hold on.
Do you have Gawain notes? Or
I
let's-
hope that Gawain wrote the name down as Tamagotchi.
Please.
Atlas was Athean. Atlian, sorry.
There you go. There you go. You got it kind of right there.
Oh, I wrote down I'm a fucking dragon.
Good
Okay, so where's
times.
Tamagotchi?
Were you
Good
technically
times.
a dragon?
No.
He's not.
I could turn
No,
into a
I'm
fucking
gonna let him
dragon.
have it. I'm gonna let him have it.
Yeah. He wasn't a dragon.
He
Just
made
he was
my
given
character-
the power to become one.
I lost Tyrus, and he made him the son of time.
Atlas is, I don't know how to pronounce that. Is Ice? Asmodeus' brother. Or bro, as I put it.
We should probably circle back to the relevant campaign.
Yeah.
My bad.
This is all.
The
Sorry.
viewers know what we're talking about.
So,
Confusion.
so that way the viewers don't get confused. This is all
Speaking
gonna
of which,
circle back.
because of the extremely long intro that we got here going on already, for future reference, I am in the process right now of currently working on a World Anvil account. If you guys are unaware of what World Anvil is, which if we ever got a larger D&D audience, I would love to be sponsored by them, since I do know that they do sponsor some other D&D content creators. World Anvil is a great site for dungeon masters and players to basically keep track and record all of your lore, your quests, your NPCs, your anything you could possibly think about when it comes to a homebrew setting. It makes a very, very easy to navigate portfolio, almost like your own personal wiki for your game, which is great for especially for people who don't take notes, and for people who have bad memory, and people with ADHD. And
I feel like you're specifically complaining about your whole party.
Yeah, this is getting weirdly specific.
Yeah, this is getting
I don't even
offensive
have.
even.
I don't even have my notebook in front of me.
Oh my god, I don't have mine
You
anymore.
get like 3
Where
pens.
is my notebook?
I do. I have 2 pens
I
over
usually
here.
almost
And
have
if you are a dungeon master watching this, point proven.
80. Okay.
Now,
Hey,
I
Oh
love
my
how you don't have
God.
your
Gotta
have your journal
remember
with you, but there's a level still on the
Someone
table.
just brought up in the chat the Mentos and Twizzler commercials. Do
Yeah.
we still have those?
I'm sure. Well, it's going to be on definitely one of the older videos within.
that was
Those
actually
were so fun.
yes. Those were in the compilation that should be super early in this channel.
Were they?
Mentos.
I believe so.
fresh.
No,
I
not, it wasn't the chaotic stupid one. I think that's the only one we've done.
Either way, it's definitely in a commercial segment of past episodes on either D&D or
God, what's
Vampire. But anyone say how we sound as far as audio goes?
I think it sounds
So we
pretty
sound
good.
fine, but now it looks like our visuals are lagging a lot. Maybe it's my connection. Is it doing it for you guys?
Mine's a little.
It's really choppy.
about the
It's
same as
choppy?
mine.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh,
how
no.
choppy?
Like
No,
it
mine's
looks like
smooth.
we're gonna lose connection. Choppy.
Mine's smooth.
Yours is smooth? Oh, so it might be just the connection on that then.
Campaign 1 is not on YouTube.
I don't think it ever was on YouTube.
No, it never
it
was
was
on
on
YouTube.
Twitch.
We streamed it on Twitch, and basically, like, we didn't really have we didn't upload anything to YouTube at that point, and it was just people watching the VODs until I realized that Twitch deletes VODs, and I was like, oh shit, I guess there's really no way for someone to ever actually watch this in full. So that's why when we started Campaign 2. But just so you know, Campaign 1 is not related or directly affects this campaign at all in any way. So,
Uh-oh.
uh-oh what?
No.
Don't say uh-oh in the middle while I'm talking. Because it like made me immediately think the stream's gonna shut down. Okay, so now, did you guys have any NPCs or anyone you want to talk to before we leave? Because otherwise, I'm going to be moving you onto the road, traveling away from Neve, out of Neve.
I thought you were going to do one person at a time.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay, we'll start with Justin then.
I want. Listen here. Oh.
That almost sounded threatening.
That's, you want to threaten the DM? Or
I want some health potions. As many as I can buy. And then I also want to find an armor. I want to get all my things cleaned,
Okay.
especially the one I peed on.
All right. Yeah, you can find an armor smith that can clean armor, maintain armor.
So I want all my things clean.
I want to see that play out, so how he explains how it got piss all over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I found it with piss on it. That's. I mean, I technically did.
You did. You
So-
did.
Where's the lie?
And then when they see me next, as long as it's clean, then I'm gonna be wearing it.
And you wanted to buy as many health potions as you could buy.
Why are you making that?
How much is too much?
Well, I will.
How much
say,
are they?
I will say this: stores are not. It's not like a video game. There's not like an
Right.
infinite supply of health potions to be bought at a merchant.
Okay, so I'll just go to one store and I'll buy what they.
Buy their stock out. Okay.
If as long as it's not egregious.
What quality are you looking for?
Ooh, can I get multiple qualities?
Depends.
Like,
Like
what-
how many of each quality do you want?
How about two? How many qualities are there? It's like 3 or 4.
Three.
Right? Just 3. Can I get 2 of each? Or yeah, 2 of
That
each
would
one.
add up.
That wouldn't add up.
There's 3, so that'd be 6.
Yeah.
So you just went. That's all you want, 6.
Oh, about yeah.
Okay, go ahead and add that then to your inventory. And I believe, let me look up the pricing.
Obviously, pricing will probably play in a factor in this.
I'm sure you have the gold for it. You guys are kind of loaded at this point.
True.
So even with that pricing, so you're looking at 20, and then that would be 100, 120. So that would be, so you're looking at 320 gold for that pricing.
Did cleaning my armor cost anything?
Yeah, actually go ahead and for that just remove 50 silver. Which that would have been an all-day commission because you weren't just doing your armor, you were doing like I'm assuming your weapons as well.
My weapons and I
So
admittedly,
yeah, you went to a few different places to do that. You had to drop your stuff off at multiple places.
I admittedly put pea-covered armor in my haversack, so I want all the things in there clean too. And my haversack inside clean too. If that's a thing.
You want the demi-dimension inside your haversack cleaned.
If that's a thing, yeah.
That sounds.
If it's not a thing, then no. I mean,
I feel like it would clean itself.
I
No, it is technically its own space, so if you put like a substance in there, it is going to exist within that space. It's not like it would just disappear.
like you could use probably like finally mage does the one.
No, it
Cantrip.
makes sense. Like if you were to get something gross into your demi-dimensional bag, you'd want to be able to clean that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, for that example, we'll say go ahead and make it. You know what? We'll just go ahead and make it 1 gold altogether then, because that would probably be a little bit more pricey.
Right on.
All right, hobby. What does Legic want to do for shop?
Potions. Not a lot of potions, but a fair amount. I'd say about 5 high-level potions that I can afford.
So the max level.
Probably,
Okay. You want 5 of them?
5.
So that'll be 200 apiece.
That's alright.
Or no, not 200 apiece.
He's like,
100 apiece.
Can I handle it?
That's alright.
That's all right. You don't want it?
No, that's good. I
You want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured
When
they'd
you go
be
up to the
able-
register and you didn't realize something was like $200 and you don't want to be embarrassed by not paying for it.
I've done this one.
I have done that.
Because they're in the wrong place.
I did that today, but it wasn't that high.
So 500 gold.
500 gold. Can I... Could I go... Is there a spot, like a blacksmith, that could upgrade my weapon by chance?
Upgraded by how? What do you mean?
Its properties.
You want to have a whole nother property added to the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
What property? You have to go to it with a specific thing in mind. You can't just say, make this better.
Make it better.
Do you not know how to make it better?
Is there something I could use to where I could throw a halberd and it comes back to me?
You want to add returning to your weapon?
Yes.
That's a huge weapon we throw. Holy crap.
You want to throw a halberd, and you also want it to have a spell to return to you.
I know it's unrealistic.
No, you could add it. That's for 100% sure. Are you willing to pay the price on it, though?
How much would that be?
You're adding a whole nother enchantment onto a weapon, which is going to increase its plus as well. What plus is it?
It's a +1 right now.
So this would make it a plus, I believe that would make it a +3.
Hey, while this is happening, don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff. Only like 75% of people are not subscribing. That's
Okay.
a lot of people. If you're at 75%, you should subscribe.
Now, this is my own pricing. This isn't pricing based off of the book because I think the pricing based off the book is extremely undercutted. I think it's way too cheap for spells. Doesn't make any sense. Especially with the amount of gold that you're able to get in the game. So, if you want to add a whole other one on there, that's going to be 10,000 gold.
Damn.
I'd be like, got him.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I'll entertain it. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and just grab something random out. What is it?
You just want to grab a random thing out of your pocket.
I'll entertain it. Here, whatever I grab, you can have it. What is it?
Let's just say it's some gems, some coins.
Here you go. I don't know how much is there.
What? Oh shit.
I'm feeling generous today.
I don't know. This is really currency's gonna take his gems.
You sound ungrateful.
I don't.
Are you ungrateful?
No,
I'll take my gems back
I
then.
appreciate it. Would you like it back?
No.
What say you about these gems?
So you want to try to haggle with the gems that Jez gave you?
Sure.
I'd say the gems are probably worth. You got 2 of them. They're each worth 1,000.
Probably a no. Probably a no.
You're gonna need more money. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That's you got 2,000 worth in your hand with gems. Another
Well, thank
8,000.
you for humoring me. At least I know how much it would cost. Sorry to waste your time.
Okay.
I'm just gonna clean up my weapons then.
Legic.
That's not legend.
Sorry, Lavende.
I'm just gonna clean up my weapons then. And
I was thinking about giving you a big old smooch. You're so close to me. I was going to go back to the lady and ask if she had seen him, Lothon, since.
So you would have found out that she has not seen Mothon in quite a while, probably a year at least.
Just, I know it was a really long time, but do you remember what he came in here for? It's weird. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and it's really weird that he would be in here. I feel like. Do you remember what he got?
Mothon acted as an ambassador, so he was an ambassador for essentially what is known as the Eternal City. It is what if you would want to call a capital of a particular capital of the Feywild. He sort of moves in between the realms as a way to harbor meetings, arrangements, specifically with supplies. However, he was doing this under a guise. This was to be done under secrecy. This was not something that was openly known. So Mama Ruth wouldn't have had any idea why or what he did.
Okay. About how long is it? Would we have an idea? Because at the same time this is happening, he's getting all his stuff clean, and you said it's taking a while.
Yep.
How long?
You guys got probably about a day.
If I wanted to use Awaken on that tree that I used to have the portal to the Feywild, could I do that? It takes 8 hours to do that.
What do you want to awaken it to do?
Just to have it.
What do you mean?
I want to make it sentient, and I want it to be my friend.
The whole fucking tree.
How big is this tree that we're talking
It's a
about?
big tree.
Oh my god, man, I just want to use it once, man. Never mind.
I mean, if you want to uproot a tree from the city and have it start destroying shit as it rips its roots out.
Don't tempt me. I won't do that then. There's nothing that I need.
Jezebel.
Alright, I need a bomb, because I miss it.
You need a bomb.
Yeah, like the one I had before.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a bomb. I want to get some poison to coat my rapier in.
Okay.
And I want 4 potions of major healing.
Okay. So. Bomb plus the bomb. So say 550 gold.
got it.
How does one exactly really subtract that when I have just a whole dragon horde in my jacket?
That's the best part too. Is I've been keeping track of how much gold you've been spending.
Okay.
And I know exactly how much money is actually in there.
Okay.
So cumulatively, you started off with around 25,000 gold inside of worth of stuff inside your jacket. You are now down to 12,000.
What did I spend it on?
You guys have been mainly you were the only one spending money on any sort of food and supplies while traveling the Strand for months.
I don't remember agreeing to this.
Remember every time Barry went to stopped at port, it was like we need to get
My
supplies.
hoard is halfway gone.
Yes,
is what
it
you're
is gone.
saying.
And you just
Okay, you
gave
know
him
what?
2,000 for
That's fine. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Unless you gave it back to her.
I was going to, but she was like,
It's fine.
All right.
What am I down to now?
10,000.
That put you at 12,000. You were at
Okay,
14,000. You
okay.
just made it 12,000.
We gotta start hustling again, guys.
I wish I had that much money. How much you got?
On hand, I have about 700 gold. A little bit more, but about that.
Okay.
It's a lot more than I
Also,
have.
But I'm a little bit more liquid if I take my diamonds in and trade them in. Them are worth quite a bit.
also curious as to whatever state Shiv is in right now. So, would there be someone I know who could get me in contact with King Eliaphel?
I'd say the best person to probably do that would have been Larician.
Okay.
So, yeah. I'd say Larician would probably be able to contact him. You wouldn't be able to obviously get like a direct line with him or conversation with Eliaphel, but you would have had basically Larician say that everything is the same as it was. Shiv is still in a state of in-between, essentially. Whereas
Oh
in...
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That's not great. Okay. Anything else?
No. Nothing else has changed. However, after what you saw happen with Levistus, that does bring up a good question, is where is Shiv's soul? Who has dominion over that now? Is it still Levistus, or has that transferred hands?
Okay.
All right.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
While in Neve, do I see anything crazy with my eye?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and give me an investigation check? We'll see if you do.
Well, what does a 3 get me?
A 3?
Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah.
That was weird.
This isn't gambling. This 3 get me.
Kinda is. But anyways,
I have a -1.
3 does not get you really anything. Kinda just,
Maybe I was very preoccupied. Also, can I send a message to my parents? Check on them.
okay. What do you want to send him?
Oi, it's your son. How are things? Are you safe? Did you move like I told you to? That's an end.
Okay.
I think that was 20.
Oi, it's your son. It's your boy.
Good boy.
It's your boy.
You would have gotten a response back. Who did you specifically try to speak to? Your dad or your mom?
Me, ma.
Your mom?
Mhm.
Okay. I don't remember what I used, what voice I used for her.
Uh-oh.
But
Her name's Pulpy.
Poppy. All right. That helps me. So she responds back.
Poppy?
Oi there, my wee little baby. I've been worried sick about you.
Chicken chase.
Have you been eating? Eating well?
That's so ma. I sent a message back. Been eating real good, making sure all me friends are eating real good. Miss you. Love you. Keep Dad out of trouble. How's my son?
Do they know he has a son?
Yeah.
They're the ones that told me.
Oh, yeah.
You hear respond back. Ye father and I miss you.
That would sound so bad.
I don't know how to... I'm trying to figure out how to sound like father's mom.
You're doing a good job. I'm
All right.
Chicken chaser.
Ye father and I are word sick. Come on home. Give up this adventuring toy.
A message back. I can't, Ma.
Is that it?
No, no. Let me finish.
Just leave it at that.
I can't, mom.
I can't, Mom.
Stop.
Okay. I can't, Ma. I'm doing something very important. Also, I've been named chieftain of the Sea Giants. I think the legend is true. I end it there.
All right. You don't get a response. Other than you actually know you get a response. It says, "Come home when you can. Miss you. Love you much."
That's so, Ma. All right. I'll go on. That's all I have, really, then. Oh, did she mention anything about me, son?
No.
Surprising. I sent her another message. What about me, son? What is his name?
None of us is near him right now, right?
No.
No.
No, we're not.
We'd be like,
Did you not write down your son's name?
Someone, did you give me a name?
I don't remember you saying a name.
I
did you?
believe I did, because I believe you were even like, "That's a strong name."
Oh, you did say that. You did.
It checks out. It checks out.
I don't remember. The
I
name
didn't write it
though.
down. And I mean, I've written down like just recently to refresh my memory, my mother and dad's name, but I didn't write it down.
remember that one time, it was Gwen, he rode off from the boat because he thought there was someone else.
All right. She responds with, "Ye boy, all right. He growing. Much like you."
Respond back. About that, I may have changed a little bit since you last saw me. I got big arms, and I'm also very tall. I was already very tall, but now I'm even taller.
"I'm sure you're tall.
She doesn't believe me.
As long as you ain't got no tattoos."
Oh fuck, I have. Oh.
"I'll be very disappointed."
Oh yeah, you guys get that tip right.
The dragon one?
I'll reply back. Yeah, no problem.
She responds back, "Ye lying, ain't ya?"
That's just like Mom.
That's so mom.
That's so Mom.
"Next time I see ya, on me whooping your ass."
It's not technically a tattoo. It's more like a curse, but it's all right. It just means I got to, fight some people, some things.
That's it.
I gotta fight some things. That's all I gotta do. I'm handling it. And that's all to say.
You hear a response back. A curse? What are you talking about? Fighting who? The only thing you should be fighting is the dirty diapers that your little boy's laying.
Uh-oh.
Get your ass back to home and stop with this adventuring.
I'll come back when I'm ready.
Man.
My friends need me. And I've just maybe picked a fight with the deity, that's all, and that's why I'm cursed. It's up.
You don't get a response. Except until you get a message from your dad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you are in trouble.
Oi! Boy! Don't know where I'm going with this. Listen here now. Your mother came in awful upset, and you have done riled her up. Now she ain't gonna make the cold chowder night. I'm gonna starve. This is your fault.
I like how he goes, this is your fault. You can't go with the club chowder.
But tonight was clam chowder night. Oh, I wish I was there for that. Well, I mean, just make sure you're getting all 8 meals and you'll be fine. You won't even miss it.
Why she's acting, I'll be lucky if I get sex.
He said
That was
he said
that was the numerical words. 6, not sex.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not like, wait, she's actually gonna be lucky if I have sex. Like, who the fuck says that?
He said that was a numerical word.
I liked it. I'm just like, excuse me.
Like, yeah.
Well, take care, Da. Doing some very important things. It turns out I'm pretty sure the prophecy is real. And I think I'm on it. I've met Anum. That's it.
Oh boy, you ain't getting yourself wrapped up in some narcotics, are you? Doing drugs? Chasing giants?
Just a little bit of drugs. But it has nothing to do with the prophecy. I'm fine. And honestly, I'm thriving.
Well, I guess I should tell you, since your ma ain't gonna, Grandpappy ain't doing too well. I'm sure he would love to see or hear from you.
So I'm partially doing this off of the stories he used to tell me. Hate to hear that he's not doing too well. Can I send you guys any money, some gold? Will that help with things?
Ah, keep your gold. We're doing fine.
Well, I'll miss you, Di. Please take care. Please keep everyone safe, best you can.
I'll miss you too. Just remember your family's always here for you. Help you with whatever. Whether it be a child or rehab.
No, I won't reply after that. That'd be it.
Okay. So, with that being done, you guys would have acquired everything you wanted, spoke to who you needed to, and you depart. In fact, you depart to a rather rather peaceful journey, more or less. It's Bolstead countryside at this time of year. It's relaxing. The days are not too hot as the morning sun rises. And by midday, there's a strong breeze that rolls through from the Gulf, sweeps over the lands, makes that heat more bearable. By the time you make your way to the central portion of the country, it turns into a lot of farmland, a lot of meadows and plains. Elevation here is pretty level. There's some slight dips in elevation here and there, but for the most part, the geography is very, very suitable for farmland. But as you move further and further south, the elevation begins to climb. As you start to make your way towards the beginning of an incline towards the mountainous ranges of the that'd be the southeast portion of Bolstead. The eastern portion of Bolstead, pretty much all of it has a mountain range on it, whereas the western portion towards the Gulf is pretty much more flat. Let me make a quick little roll here.
Why are you rolling?
Oh, instead of major healing potion, would that be greater?
Yes. Perfect. Okay. That peacefulness comes to an end. On your third day, it's probably getting close to dusk at this point. So, be moving into your third night, going into your fourth day of travel. Up ahead in the distance, you can see what appears to be multiple plumes of smoke rising in the distance. As you continue on down the path, you realize very quickly that this is not a campfire. This looks like the remnants of a fire, multiple fires. Begin scene.
Does it look like a forest fire?
You can't see any flames.
Just smoke.
Yeah, you can see the gray and black plumes of smoke sort of rising up into the sky.
What are we traveling in?
You guys are traveling on foot.
Oh. That sucks.
We didn't bring any like horses.
You didn't say you wanted to buy any horses.
It's true.
Can we go back?
Captain, what do you think that is?
Smoke.
I mean, what do you think is
Oh.
bad?
No idea. I don't have a map of the area. Is there a village nearby or something?
I think that Barry would have a
You guys
map.
all have a map of Bolstead. Please pull up the map.
No.
Who's with us?
Everybody. Everyone in your group.
Do you want me to go check it out?
Well, let's see what's on the map first. I don't have it. And it's in the stupid group chat, and I want to scroll through that for 5 hours to find it.
Is it in our way?
I'm
Currently?
gonna grab my phone again. I'm gonna reset it.
Okay. Welcome to Death Attack.
Welcome to Bummer City.
Yeah. Welcome to dogs barking upstairs. That's the real Death Attack.
So I'm gonna say it's probably. I'm going to assume it's gonna be a village or something.
Because I could just fly over. That's what I was just gonna do. If it's if it's even in our way.
Is there a forest around?
Yeah, there's some forest.
Can't you do your?
Where are we on this map?
I don't know. I don't know where we dropped off for.
Don't you have
He
a?
like expects us to know where we are in this thing. He's like, look at your map. What the fuck are we though?
Does Labrador have a new ability that he can go through the forest like real fast, scout
Easy to
things
turn
out?
into a bird and fly far, far away from here.
Yes.
Because we left where? We left.
We're in the southeast, I think.
I don't think where we were at is even. No, we were at Mornhill Manor, so we'd be around here somewhere. Wait, it wasn't Mornhill, was
Well,
it?
we just left.
Hellborn, but if we even got put there, I don't even know where we got
Is
put.
Mornhill Manor supposed to be Hellmore Manor? Or Hellmorn?
Yeah, that's what it is. Hellmorn.
There's a Mornhill Manor. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So I'm assuming that's where we are.
That's where you guys were. But you guys came from Neve, and then I believe. So when you guys got back from Neve, you guys would have teleported to Lavenholm, and you would have traveled south from there. So you guys are on your third night. So you guys be coming up on the village of Luchin.
I know this is gonna sound stupid, but had we been to Lavenholm before?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's where we had the tournament, right?
No. That was Claxon. I don't remember going to Lavenholm.
No, you guys haven't been to Lavenholm yet.
So we got teleported to Lavenholm and then.
Like the southern outskirts of Lavenholm. You guys wouldn't have been in the city.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say there's probably some stuff that probably would have been said.
We've been to Luchin before.
Yeah, we didn't go very far.
You guys stopped at Luchin when you guys traveled east to the mines.
Yeah.
So are we? Is all this burnt stuff that's down? Are we saying that's Luchin? Luchin?
You guys would be coming up on Luchin.
And it's surrounded by forest.
Yeah, it's got a lot of forest around it.
And I could just burn through it in a second. I could probably check it out if you want me to. It's not the problem.
Yeah, go scout it out then. Just be careful.
And I'll use the Autumn Cloak's ability. If it's surrounded by forest, I'm gonna use the Autumn Cloak's ability to just
All right.
quickly.
So, you watch as Lavende turns into a swarm of leaves. His body disperses into a massive plume of leaves and almost like picked up and swept away by a windstorm. His body floats off. And he disappears. And as you connect yourself into the forest, like a autumn wind, you sort of just breeze through. And it gives you like a magical survey within your own mind as you kind of oversee the entire area. The village looks decimated. You can see multiple homes burnt to the ground. You can see that there's bodies littering around.
Is it? Does it feel similar to what happened?
You are doing this from like a bird's eye view.
Oh, okay.
So if you actually wanted to know that specific detail, you're gonna have to be there in person.
Oh, okay.
This gives you like an aerial UAV almost like view of the location.
Okay.
Other than that, as you sweep through the forest, and you look through. You can definitely see that the wildlife have scattered. They've moved away from the village. Judging from how burnt some of the homes are, this is probably an attack that occurred early in the morning or late last night.
And nothing else near the area, nothing indicating traveling.
No, you can't see anything else.
Okay, then I'll head back. And I'll like come out of it like, oh, that was really weird. I never really did that before.
You turn to a bird.
No. You didn't see what
What did you do? You kind of disappeared from us.
It's hard to explain. I thought you could see it. I don't really know what I did.
I saw you turn into a bunch of leaves.
So I did do that.
I figured you like exploded into a bird.
No, not this time. But I don't want to explode into anything, to be completely fair. But I don't know. It looks like it may have been attacked. It's just hard to tell when I could only really see from above. I didn't really see if there's anybody still there, but it looked like there's a lot of dead bodies scattered everywhere.
I'll take care of it.
So I don't.
Figure out what we want to do.
So I don't know if you want to look in there.
Burn down buildings. Is
Dead
that
bodies.
what the smoke's coming from?
Yeah, it looks like it could have been attacked recently or maybe early this morning or late last night. It's hard to tell. I'd had to be there, you know.
Well, let's go. Maybe someone survived.
Fauner, do you want to go?
I'll come with.
Jez, do you want to go with?
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
And everybody
I
else
don't really care where we
buried
go.
the console. You okay with checking this, right?
Seems reasonable. Let's just go ahead and wait for Jez. In the meantime,
In the meantime,
I don't know, what do we do in the meantime? Eat chips?
eat chips. Eat chipperoonies. Chippies!
Yeah. That was aggressive. Wavy ruffles, Lays.
I'm gonna tell you
I'm
guys.
not sure which these are.
I'm excited for your game tomorrow. You guys are gonna sound amazing.
Everyone's excited for tomorrow because returning was episode 3, Chicago by Night.
I forgot I have a full set of silverware from Baptiste's house.
Yeah, you stole silverware from someone's
I
house.
still have doorknobs from Solt's house.
I'm Jace, and I say, oh, we can do it anyway. I don't really care.
You know me.
We're going.
Oh. Do you want to go, Captain? Seems like this.
Do I want to go? No, not really.
No.
But, guess there's not much else to do around here, huh?
No, just a lot of
Sounds like
flat
a yes
play.
to me. Let's go save some people.
I'm not sure anyone here is left saving.
I've already ran.
He's been running awful lot lately as I'm like running to catch up with him. Logic, you can't really keep running off like this.
But she said it was okay.
Yeah, but you don't want to go alone.
I'm
The last
not
time I
running.
went alone, I got stabbed like 20
I
times.
am walking at a steady pace. That way I can keep up with Fauna running.
I'm walking just like you. I got big steps just like you.
All right. As you approach the village,
And as we're approaching, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on like footprints and stuff.
okay, then give me survival.
Survival. 22.
As you approach the village, You come across multiple tracks. In fact, quite a few. It's hard to see at first. It's not wet, so there's no mud or anything like that. This is just road path and grass, a lot of overgrowth. You can definitely tell that there was some sort of large group that must have moved up on the village, got real close, and then sprung an attack. You can definitely see that this was an attack. It was an ambush. And as you make your way into the village, notice that Rahios immediately starts going and looking at bodies who have fallen, people who have been slain, lying in the road. Birds are already have fallen and have started pecking and eating at the corpses. Some of the corpses are charred completely black from being set on fire. Some bodies are dismembered. Some of them even look like they were eaten. Portions of them were eaten.
Am I able to look at one of the bodies to kind of tell how long it's been since it was deceased?
Do you have... Yeah, you can give me a medicine.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 4.
No idea.
I had a shit roll.
Considering they look like they've been eaten, would I paint the picture for me? Is this reminiscent? Would it be?
It's not reminiscent. It's like identical. In fact, you are able to make out some tracks that are in the road, the dirt of the village. This sort of the road that kind of moved through the center of the village. You can see what appears to be large canine-like paws.
I'm gonna stay outside the village, just like on the edge of it.
Is there any kids?
Yeah.
Just like looking at all the carnage that's happened, I'm just gonna be on the edge, just like.
Is there any buildings intact?
There are a few buildings intact, but even the ones that are intact, they're partially burnt.
I want to check them.
Give me investigation.
Were there any of those canine-like feet going away?
It looks like they were pretty good at covering their tracks. It looks like that they dispersed in multiple directions. Some of them were clearly creating false tracks, or were clearly making tracks that couldn't be followed. So if you want to try to track them down, I'm going to need multiple survival checks.
It's all forest.
Forest and plains.
You'd have to tell me which ones are forest.
So it'd be 1 forest and then 3 plains.
Okay. I'm going off. So that is 20. You said survival?
Yeah.
29 for the forest.
Okay.
14 for the first plane. 29 for the second. Oh my god, that's really hard to read. And an unnatural 20 for the third.
Okay. So what is everyone else doing while Lavade does this? Because this is what he's about ready to do is going to
gonna
take
take a while.
like 4 hours of tracking.
I want to check the buildings. See if there's any sign of life. That's what I do. I had an 8, by the way.
I'd be also looking around.
So I
looking for-
need investigation then. What would Jez be doing?
I don't know.
Also, I want to see if there's any sort of equipment or maybe even bodies or some sort of clothing that would have insignias that's different from anyone in the village.
Okay. You definitely don't find that or don't notice it with that roll. They look like villagers. No one here looks like anything out of the ordinary. What'd you get?
8. I'm assuming I just find a lot of death.
I got 8 too.
Yeah, you find what appears to be a village that just got ransacked and razed to the ground. Lavende. You follow those tracks into the woods, probably about a good half mile. Well, first of all, do you want to talk to them at all before you start doing this? Because it is you. I'm legitimately you are going to be doing this for until into the night, because
No.
it's about ready to be
No,
dusk.
this would have been me like.
Oh, so you just take off?
Yeah.
All right. So Lavende just disappeared on you guys. When you guys know that, what do you guys want to do?
Did we find out that when did we find out that he's gone?
Can we roll
Probably
to-
after you guys got done looking around the village and realizing he's not there.
Has anyone seen Lavender?
No.
Not since he ran off.
Well, where do you have gone?
I'm not sure. Maybe he found something. You guys want to wait here for him?
Is it wise for him to go on his own?
Oh, probably not. But we have no idea where he went.
Is it what?
Barry pulls up his map. Well, according to this, this village is right between us and the mountain, which you guys can see from this village. You can see the mountain. Looks like Wardens Pass is on the other side of that mountain. It says here there's two ways through. Looks like there's a old dwarven tunnel that makes its way through the mountain onto the other side, or we can scale the mountain. I'm not sure which one we actually want to do.
Well, neither of them sound very well without its risks. What say you, Captain?
Let's talk about where Lavender went.
We're up.
Where?
Well,
Where would he
I
have
would
went
assume
to?
he's just gonna come back.
Did this place bother him?
So do we just wait here then for him?
Well, I'd be afraid of wandering off in the wrong direction to find him. He comes back and then.
We get separated.
You see Hakan walks up. In the meantime, I'll start digging graves.
I think I'll help you.
I'm gonna pull bodies.
You're gonna what?
Pull the bodies. Put them together.
So, while you guys stay back in the village, Lavende, you come across in the forest section. As you made your way into the forest, you realized pretty quickly that it was a goose chase because it started off as multiple, and then you saw them start to one by one split off. But you kept following the one you were on just to follow it all the way to the end, and it does look like there must have been a wounded gnoll at some point. Because as you come to the end of the trail, what you see is a large, full-grown, looks to be a female gnoll that's slumped over, that has bled out into the grass. You can see that it looks like it received some sort of vicious blow to its stomach. It looks like one of the villagers must have got a good hit on it, and it just wasn't able to get out of there in time. Wasn't able to recuperate from the attack.
I'm gonna kneel down next to it and just kind of look it over. I'm like, I really, really hate all of you things. I'm gonna like turn its head and just kind of like look at it. And I'm going to use reincarnate on it. I want to bring it back to life. It's going to be completely random what it comes back as, but
Like and subscribe.
As you cast reincarnate on the dead knoll. You want your spell? Hold on, I'm gonna need you to give me a D100 roll too.
Oh man. What if it comes back as a god?
It can't.
Right.
There's a table. It's just. Do you want to give it to you now?
Yeah, roll. I need you to roll.
80. Oh, that's interesting.
Okay.
It came back as a dragon.
No, I know it. If that was me rolling for what it came back as, I know what it came back as.
That was not you rolling for what it came back as.
Okay, then what I rolled would have been really interesting.
Is it like instant, or does it take a few days? How does this even work?
Reincarnates 1 hour.
So that would be even longer. So he's going to be gone for about 5-6 hours on this whole thing. As you cast Reincarnate on the knoll, you created a little area where you were able to sit down and begin casting the spell. Night falls, and soon the sound of crickets and the wildlife and nocturnal animals seems to be the only thing around you. As you focus and concentrate on casting your spell, eventually it releases into the corpse. As the creature seems to begin to almost look like they're turning into a malleable substance. You see that their fur begins to kind of flatten out. It looks like parts of their body begin to almost turn into like a slime. That process stops. You watch as the knoll's head, which at this point was already in a state of rigor mortis. It was very much like roadkill. It was stiff, hard. Its mouth was stuck open. You watch as the head begins to turn and look over towards you. You watch as the eyes roll open, except you don't see sentience behind. It's not like the knoll's looking at you. In fact, its eyes are almost like rolled into the back of its head. As its eyes open in your general direction, you see its mouth kind of start to struggle to move before you hear the jaw break and snap. This one's claims by no good. You have no right. You see the body fall over. Your spell fails. It does not work.
By what?
You know, Goo.
What is that?
It sounds like we're about to find out very soon. Out of character, know what it is.
Sounds fun.
I really wanted to show you the kindness that your kind didn't show my family. And I'll just kind of like give it a makeshift burial, like leaves and sticks and stuff on top of it.
Okay. As you continue your trekking and you make your way out onto the plains, you actually had to go out towards the northern portion of the forest. Looks like it kind of went towards a northeast direction and then also kind of like backtracked, like kind of went back towards the way you guys went, or the way you guys came from. As you do, it does look like that they were very careful with their tracking. Looks like they followed the same type of method. They would split off into individual groups trying to throw you off. This ate up a shitload of your time. You ended up finding a lot of wild goose chases that led nowhere, where they literally made a trail that ran off about a mile in a direction, and then they backtracked over their tracks, and you didn't realize it. Some of them used and crossed water. They got down into streams and walked across the water to cover their tracks. However, you do end up finding another dead gnoll. This one, however, looks like it was killed possibly by the other gnolls. It was clearly bludgeoned to death. Pretty badly. Its head is caved in. It's got multiple points of trauma on its body. Whatever weapon did this, it looked to have must have been a very large, spiked, chain-like weapon. It does appear to have some sort of strange, almost tribalistic tabard that's attached to its waist. Some sort of almost like a waist fabric.
Is that the only thing that it has?
It has a crude, large, what appears to be a very rusted and broken down scimitar. It also appears to have a large leather pauldron, multiple straps that kind of harnesses it to its chest. It appears to have a belt. The belt looked like it used to carry an assortment of different weapons or knives that are now missing. But the waist cloth looks like it has some sort of white bone chalk that has smeared a image onto the waistcoat that shows a flail with 3 spiked heads.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rip the tabard off.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna stop the search there because I'm noticing at this point that it's taking longer than I expected. And I'm just gonna follow the way I came from. I'm gonna wild shape into just a bird, that way it can fly quicker.
Okay.
Back to the way I came from.
Okay. So with that being said, you guys would have seen Lavende come back around about 4.5 hours later then. This would put us probably around midnight. By this point, most of the bodies have been either buried and or are ready to be buried.
I'm gonna find Faulkner as soon as I can.
So, as you guys have all essentially made a camp in the portion of the destroyed city, away from the bodies, and the smell is pretty bad in this location. It's not pleasant, that's for sure. You do notice that Lavende makes his return. As he returns, the bird form transforms back into his mortal shape.
Jesus fucking Christ, Lavende, where'd you go?
I'm going to hand you the tabard. There's a bunch of those gnolls that did this. Faulkner, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
I'm gonna walk away to somewhere else. Close enough, but not like super far away. But kind of out of earshot.
Yeah, you guys make your way around one of the burnt down farmhouses.
I'm gonna like crouch down with my head in my knees. Faulkner, do you remember when you looked at that brooch, my sister's brooch, and
I do.
it's exactly like this. Just like walking.
You say Knowles did this?
Yeah, Knowles did this. That is what that I handed Jez. It's from one of them. I don't usually go off on my own, but something in me told me to, but it was just taking too long. You know, revenge or something. I don't know.
I can't imagine what you're going through right now. Kind of having to relive a lot of that.
Yeah, it is not easy. You know, I thought from everything that I've heard from like Klaxon and everything, I figured this would not be a thing, but clearly it is still a problem for them.
Well,
I'm sorry for going off on my own.
I'm sure that's fine. We were just worried about you. So what you want to do now?
Move forward. Was there anything else here? Anyone alive?
We
You
didn't,
guys found no survivors.
we didn't find anyone. We've just been busy burying everyone.
I should have been here to help then. I didn't realize it was going to take so long.
So those are a real bad problem in this country, eh?
They were when I was here when I was younger. I'm gonna stand up at this point. Well, I can't always live in the past, I guess. You end up chasing things that'll never make you feel better, and I do not feel better for chasing them. I'm going to go talk to them.
Well, that's a big show of maturity there.
We've been through a lot, and I don't know exactly how long I have before I don't have time. So we're trying to do better, you know?
I imagine we're talking while heading back.
Yeah. And when I get back, I'm sorry for going off. I didn't realize this was going to take so long, but just bad memories.
What's this about Knowles?
Knowles, this is exactly, I'm like motioning to all the houses and all the destruction.
You see Barry's nose buried in a book until he comes up and like looks over towards Melanie. Melanie looks towards Barry and goes, "Yeah, it looks like it. Are you sure?" Yeah. Yeah, there's trace evidence of sulfur in multiple locations, and it is pungent, very fresh, more than what a not natural amount, even for being next to a mountainous area. So, you're saying Knowles, right?
Yeah. This is going to sound weird, but I tried to bring one that I found dead back to life.
And why would you try to do something like that?
You can do that.
And I'm going to bend down in Barry's face because I wanted to show them kindness that they didn't give my family.
That's right, we do know.
Everything deserves to live, Barry.
Well, I appreciate your kind-heartedness, but my book says otherwise. And you notice as he's holding this large black leather tome, on the front of it you can see what looks like a horned, almost demonic creature. The sides of it are embroidered with like metal casings, and you can actually see there's like a chain latch that goes around and clasps onto it. All right. Here we are. Got it.
Got what?
I'm trying to narrow down what exactly happened here, or what sort of creature is involved. You said Knowles, right?
Yeah. Oh, when I tried to bring the... I don't know exactly what was going to happen, I'm going to be honest with you, but something... Is this something that about the body being owned, or something to do with the Yunogu? Whatever those are?
Melanie looks towards Barry. That's it, that makes sense. Alright, well, then good. Double verification's always better than single verification. As always, whenever you're doing mage work, you should go back, double check your work, sometimes triple check it. Right, Melanie? You see her? Yeah, it's fine. Continue.
What is a Yunogu?
It's not a what, it's a who. So, this little pretty black book that I have here is the Demonomicon of Igwilv. Very, very prominent warlock, famous warlock, demonologist. And He specifically specialized in creatures of the abyss. Now, I'm sure most of you are unfamiliar with most aspects of the abyss, but in long story short, I have a chapter here on this Yinogu. The beast of butchery, the destroyer, the ruler of ruin, prince of gnolls, the Gnoll Lord. Many, many titles he's got here. Little personality trait, I guess, segment up here. Looks like Yinogu is a special because he embodies killing. He has few ambitions beyond the visceral thrill of rending the soft flesh of his enemies and drinking deep the hot blood from their bodies. He craves nothing more than the utter defeat of all those who stand against him, and is relentless in his pursuit of feeding the emptiness of his existence with a frantic screams of those he slays. Butchery, the provender of Yinogu, and his single-minded pursuit of annihilation makes him dangerous force in the infinite layers of the abyss. Signed, Igwilov.
I take back what I said.
Great, so this is a roving pack of insane gnolls worshipping this thing.
I would assume that, yes, these gnolls must worship this Yinogu as some sort of power god or deity to them.
So this was like a sacrificial bit or something?
Most likely, yeah.
It's a little overboard, don't they think?
Well, from it sounds like in the text of this, sounds like this is exactly what he desires. Oh. Says that there's even looks like Igwilv even wrote down some more. There's nothing unique about the wanton violence of the Destroyer. All demons hunger for slaughter, and they all seek the end of all things. They all want to tear down the works of the gods and reduce things to ruin. Where Yinogu differs, however, in his ability to turn the business of killing into breathtaking spectacle with him. It is a form of art, if you can stomach the screams and noxious odors issuing from the dead. So I think you're right. I think you're perfectly acceptable in that accusation that this is some sort of offering to Yinogu. Although this doesn't really pertain to what we're doing, we're on our way to Wardens Pass. So as long as they don't return tonight, we should be fine just to move along through here and, I don't know, I guess report it to the next village or something we see.
I suppose so.
So they're just sacrifices? That's all they were?
Possible. It looks like they've had a little, Igwilv added something else. Apparently, this was a cultist of Yinogu's mad ramblings. Believe it or not, there are more than just gnolls that worship this psychopath. As my connection to my lord deepens, I leave my old concerns behind. His hunger is all that matters. It is greater than me. It is greater than us all. It is his mark. He made us. He drives us. He eats what we eat. He kills what we kill. He will come if we eat well. He will come if we kill well. He will come if we eat well. He will come if we kill well. We will kill and he will eat. And we shall be he, and he shall be we. Never alone, never afraid, never hungry. Yeah, they sound like fucking lunatics, clearly.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of court dealings, so I'd like to just move on from this mess, report it to the next village or whatever, and get to Warren's Pass as quickly as possible.
There is a ritual in here, however.
Alright.
Not saying anything, but it does look like there is a ritual to, I guess, summon forth? Not Inogu, but I think it is a way to summon forth denizens of the abyss for Inogu. It is, Hakan, Fulner, how many bodies were slain? Were you paying attention? Give me investigation.
Yeah, 10.
10?
2.
2. Neither of you guys were counting. You notice that Hakan sitting next to the fire. 18. 18 villagers found dead.
That included children.
Interesting.
What does it mean?
I'm looking at the ritual. It seems we're here, or we're near a prominent, important portion for their cult. Here we go. It was the duty of Yunogu's faithful to oppose the hordes of Goralik and the entities of the giant pantheons. Interesting. Fulner, I'm surprised you didn't know about this. Were you aware?
I haven't heard of that.
His servants were commanded to conduct live sacrifices in the wilderness in the regions upon the stone altars. The dress code of his shamans involved dark brown robes and manged yellow fur outlines. These clothes were not allowed to be cleaned, resulting in an incredible stench hanging off his worshippers. Nogu implanted a constant nagging need for intelligent flesh in his minds of his creators and devotees, as only though the consumption could he find complacency for his hunger. Thus, devouring of human flesh was also an important ritual within the cults. Many gnolls often participate in the other rituals involving self-mutilation and acts of depravity.
What does that ritual thing do exactly? Does your book say?
There's a lot of information that Igwilv gave me. This is known as the Hunter's Chant.
What did you say about pillars?
The first gift is hunger. It is his blessing. I need you to give me a will save right now.
No, we all get hungry. The fuck does that mean?
No, just him.
I definitely probably 23.
It hits you like a literal flashback, like a war flashback. You remember being a child, and you remember the words. You remember them quite literally. The first gift is hunger. It is his blessing. It is our call to bring death. The second gift is death. Death proves our strength. Death purges our fear. The third gift is fear. We fear that we will fail him. We fear the onset of hunger. You remember those words being chanted the night that your family fell. You remember those words being screamed within the forest as you fled.
What does it do, Barry?
Well, it's unclear here, but Igwilv did put in a portion of rumor or legend about it. It's undecided. Now, I want everyone to be aware that this is just speculation by Igwilv. This is not what I'm saying. This is just what is written. Igwilv believed that Yinogu was not the creator of the Gnoll race. he may have been a mortal gnoll that rose to the status of a demon lord, or simply a powerful bestial demon who saw kinship with them. Despite not being the creator of the gnolls, Yinogu still had this mysterious ability to create them from hyenas. It was widely believed that after subjugating most of Gorlik's followers, he managed to kill him and consume his body, giving him the power to create new gnolls. Because of the gnolls' lack of care for their history and the absence of their creator myth, Yinogu dominated the gnoll race and their supposed original creator. Does that mean the gnolls were originally created by giants? If that's the case.
For what purpose?
I don't know. I feel like you would be the one to know about that.
I haven't read anything about that, have I?
Give me a, we'll say, you do knowledge history with your advantage. This should be your expertise.
It's so hard to do these anymore. Because I have -1 on all of them. 8.
Not to your knowledge, you have no idea.
I've never heard of that speculation.
Okay, hold on. I'm just looking up one more thing here about Gorlik. It says here Yinogu was... Yinogu, the patron of gnolls, having earlier displaced Gorlik and commanded the servitude of ghouls through the subjugation of the demonic king of ghouls, Dorasane, a former ally of Orcus, who failed to strike back at Yinogu for the acquisition of one of his subjects. Yinogu was also the master of a massive mud skipper-like demon known as Groklek Tork. The unique demons near the bottomless gullet of the immunity of the mind-altering effects of the sticks made it Yinogu's go-to pet for transporting himself and another demon across the Blood River. Despite disliking the gods of the giant pantheon and forbidding gnoll and giant interaction, he admired their immense strength and power. Yinogu had continuously feuded with Baphomet, and both demons pulled no punches when dealing with one another. The feud had lasted so long that neither demon could even remember what originally started the battle. Along with Baphomet, Yinogu loathed Malkanet, the queen of the succubi, because the queen destroyed a number of Yinogu's material plane cultists, the Maru family. That's pretty much all Igwidl has on Yinogu. Nothing really else.
Barry.
Yes.
Everything you said about the promises, I remember all of that. I really need to know what this, whatever this is, it does.
I'll do some research as much as I can, but a lot of this is going to require hours of studying and research. I can get to it and do my best. Also want to learn more about this Gorlik. I'm still confused of whether or not they're giant or not. And you said you don't know of any giant named Gorlik.
I don't.
Maybe he's not a giant. Maybe he's something else then.
There are lesser giants. Maybe he's one of them.
Well, I'll do my research, you do your research, and we'll see if I'll compile notes together. It'll be fun for us. It's like we'll have a little studying party together.
Can I
You
help?
got like a library just around.
What are you talking about?
How are we gonna do research?
Oh, I have books. Do you not have books? I thought you had books.
I have just me, Jonah.
The whole
Well,
village.
I will do studying then, and then I'll just
These
bounce things
rules.
off of you.
Okay.
having a hard time understanding why you're having fun with this when a whole village got massacred.
We've seen worse.
I'm not having fun with it. I don't know if you've noticed this, Legic, but I deal with dark shit by laughing.
I would like to help too. I don't really know a lot, but I want to be able to help.
Well?
Does the thing that I gave Jez have anything to do with it? The little thing? What is that?
Well, it says here that the emblem of Yinogu is a flail, 3 heads. So, I would assume that that's what that's supposed to be. I think we've narrowed it down to what we're dealing with here. I just don't know if what we're going to do about it. I think what Jez wants to do is for us to ignore this, move our way through, but
I didn't say ignore. What are we supposed to do aside from what you said? Report it to the next village.
Well, we could try to track down this cult. I don't know.
You want us, this group, to track down a cult of man-eating gnolls by ourselves?
I mean, it's not really by ourselves. Hakan and, Sol and Melanie and myself.
Rahios.
Rahios, we're all here.
I don't want to get too off track with the stone, but I did go really far. I've already gone most of the way, I think. I ended up stopping because it was getting too late. I didn't want to worry everyone too much.
Seems like it's just gonna happen again. If we don't deal with it, can someone else really?
I mean, it's not really our issue, though. It's not really our problem. We could just, I suggested, just report it, and then the soldiers of Bolstead can take care of it.
It's not really up to me.
Yeah, I'm feeling very apathetic tonight, so I'll let you guys do a unanimous decision on that one.
You seem to have more of a connection to this Lavender. What do you think?
I don't want it to happen to anybody else, and if we don't know what it does, and if we have the means to stop it, I mean, we're already worrying about a lot of different really bad things. We don't really have time to have to, down the road, worry about another one.
So these killings, some sort of sacrifice to bring back what's his name again?
I think it was
I think it's more of like an appeasement thing.
An appeasement? What would that do in the long run?
I don't know. They sound like they're crazy. I don't know if it actually will do anything. This is probably just acts of violence for their god.
So it seems like it won't end.
And honestly, I'd feel really bad if we killed them and then there was none left. It's weird for me to say that, considering, but
Well, if anything, it will just get worse because they'll just multiply, and they'll just be more attacks.
Fuck me in the ass, Igwilv. I love you.
Larry?
I found a portion here on Gorlick. It looks like Gorlick was a Gnoll deity prior to the rise of the demon prince Yinogu. Gorlick found a favor amongst Gnolls after Yinogu rose to prominence he was already in great decline before. Apparently he started becoming more savage and feral, losing his sentience as his power declined. Interesting.
So he wasn't a giant.
No, sounds like he was some sort of Gnoll deity. Apparently the description of him was Gorlick, one and only avatar, appeared as either a tag Gnoll with mange or as a Hyedon with blotchy white fur. I believe a Hyedon is what we would consider an anamorphic Gnoll.
What is anamorphic?
Half human, half gnoll. Half human, half hyena.
Isn't that what a gnoll is?
Right, so a gnoll would be a hyaenodon. I guess it's more of like a scientific term.
Right, I gotcha.
See if there's anything else here.
Well, listen, what's the plan?
I say we follow Lamande's pathing that he found.
I don't really know if there's anything at the end of that, though.
It's possible they took survivors, maybe?
Which way was that?
They,
For other sacrifices.
they don't take survivors.
What direction did you go? We needed that.
Which way would I have gone?
You went northeast and then started making yourself northwest after you left the forest.
Would I be able to better kind of path it, having came back?
Well, you can take a shortcut back to where you were instead of following the tracks.
I mean,
It's still gonna take you time to go back there. It's already the middle of the night too. You'd be doing it in the dark.
if it's already dark, I don't know if we should do it. I guess you can sleep, and then if anybody wants to do it, we can do it, but we don't have to. It's not exactly.
I'm on board. The stuff is from happening again.
Who knows how many of them there are, you know?
Right. And you know what it's like to go through this. I don't think anybody wants to go. I don't think you want anyone to go through it.
We don't, but if it's far off of what we're supposed to be doing, you know.
The only other information I have here on Gorlick is apparently long ago Gorlick was one of the original who taught gnolls how to train hyenas for the use of hunting. Gorlick had the status of a lesser deity and was perhaps even a higher power, but his followers respected only force, and they gradually turned towards the evil side of the giant pantheon. Interesting, so gnolls at one point worshipped the giant pantheon. Early gnoll myth did not tell of the creation story of their race, so Gorlick could not even claim this familiar tie to bind the gnolls to him. Then Yinogu, an interloper, a demon lord that inserted himself with the giants and made his avatar giant-sized, was able to grab the attention from the rudderless gnolls, and his power increased as Gorlick faded away. Yinogu offered the gnolls priests new abilities such as the ability to command the undead, and even offer their...
Offer their what?
He gave their priests new abilities that would be along the same lines of a witch doctor. Spells of healing or curses. That Gorlick apparently was not able to give. And it only was a matter of time before they abandoned Gorlick in droves. Interesting. I wonder if the giants purposely set up Gorlick. It sounds like they gave Yinogu his strength.
Well, I'm all for pissing off another god.
You said you went northeast. Seems the whole village is up there. If this attack happened last night, maybe they would go after another.
Well, it says here in the Demon Onicon that they used some sort of stone altar. My guess is going back to the plains wouldn't make any sense. Probably towards the mountain.
Which way did you point? East or south?
From where you guys, it would be south.
That's where Wardens Pass is, and we're headed there anyway.
Two birds, one stone.
Well, Warden's Pass is on the other side of the mountain range. I would assume that they wouldn't traverse the entire mountain just to get to their altar. But if there was a stone altar, I would assume that they would probably have it in a geographical location, seeing as they're not ones to really have civilization. If that makes any sense.
Gorlick, how would we really... Could we find Gorlick?
What do you mean?
Well, if Yunogu is the one making them bad, why don't we try to make Gorlick?
I think
Powerful again.
Gorlick's dead from the descriptions here. I'm pretty sure Yunogu absorbed him.
Yeah, he pretty much ate him.
Gods don't really state that, do they?
What's that?
God, he's a god, right?
Gods can die. They're definitely not immortal, everlasting. Well, I mean, they are mortal, but without their spark, I suppose that they would just fade away. If he was absorbed by Hinogu, there would be nothing left of him.
Can they do that?
From the descriptions of this tome, it sounds like that's what happened.
I'm all for it.
And if it is on our way, then I'm even more on for it.
I don't mind taking out another baddie.
Well, then maybe we should find somewhere to set up a safe place to set up camp for the night. Start up in the morning.
That works. And if this gets too far off, then I don't want to do it anymore. Because we have a lot of things to worry about.
I'm sure one of these buildings we could still use.
No, I don't think so.
No, that would not be a good thing to do.
Preferably, let's not do it anywhere around here.
So we need to
But-
get away from here.
Mostly because the stench here is,
awful.
yeah, it is not good.
Is there any,
How far away, looking at the map, Fianna Farms and the ruins, roughly how far away are those? Further back.
Well,
It looks like those are the two closest.
yeah, Fianna Farms would be, let's see here.
Looks like you can cross a bridge. That's pretty much right there.
I would say, judging from the... Oh, I don't have my mile marker on here. Normally I put a mile marker on the map. That would probably be about... Let's see here, judging from that location... I mean, it would make more sense for you guys just to move out into the open air and then set up a camp. It'd probably be daytime by the time you got back to the Fianna Farms.
Okay, then we'll just do that. Then we'll go to somewhere close
can we
by.
get closer to the mountain and just,
You guys want to go deeper into the forest?
Yeah.
since we're going that way, we can get away from the village.
Okay.
And
Find a good
Stay
spot.
away from their trail that they left.
yeah, and considering I'm going to use Hertha, Moonlight, and Shadow anytime that we rest. That way we have a 30-foot sphere that gives us all +5 bonus to stealth and perception. And light can't be seen inside. It's like open flames and stuff.
It's pretty neat.
I wasn't using it before.
Light cannot be seen inside?
Yeah, it says, and light from open flames within cannot be seen.
Okay. But you can be seen?
No, everyone's completely invisible.
I see.
Wait, no, it just gives us a +5 to stealth and perception.
Okay. Got it.
But the light itself can't be seen. Like flames can't be seen.
Right. Okay. So you guys move into the forest. You guys travel. I would say probably. I would say not probably very long. I would assume that you guys probably want to move that far into the woods in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like a mile or so.
I mean, I could go forever. I got
just to get away from the
both dark
village.
vision and true sight. So
So as you make your way further in, you set up camp. Hakan, Sol help basically set up the tents. Barry and Melanie are nose deep in trying to research more as they can find. And it seems like Rahios has been rather quiet this whole time.
Did you catch your spell?
Seems to be deep in thought.
I'm gonna start a fire.
You start your fire. Need everyone to give me a perception check.
20.
30.
Not natural.
17.
27.
Damn.
I rolled a 19 in my perception. It's
Damn.
fine.
I rolled a 19. My perception's 1.
Mine's 11.
Oh, man.
Maybe it's because you guys are all on edge. Maybe it's because of the spell. But for whatever reason, as you guys are setting your camp up, you hear the sound of foliage snapping. It's like a deer. You guys all sort of perk your heads up and start listening and looking. Volner, you see it first because of your true sight. Then you guys start seeing it as well. The glowing, nocturnal eyes.
Oh shit.
What appear to be around 9 foot tall creatures staring at the camp until you start to hear
They're that tall?
yeah, they're huge. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
No!
So
Shit, dude.
Well, at least we didn't have to find them. That worked.
Are they approaching us, seeing us?
so they saw you guys when you were in the village.
They've
They
been
just
tracking us.
tracked you guys. Yep.
That worked out. See, that worked out, Jez. We were heading south towards Warden Pass, and then they found us. We were trying to make camp.
So, everyone, thank you all for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Vampire with Chicago by Night, episode 3. I feel like our audio probably sounds really good in that.
Everyone's saying
juicy.
It sounds really good. Yeah, because I've noticed it's much less echoey in here now, and on top of that, with the computer being in the other room, I feel like there's less sound contamination, and we can still hear the music as well. Too.
Yeah.
We don't hear the buzzing anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
Perfect. So, thank you all again so much for stopping by, and as always, remember to always embrace the dark.
The potato chip.
Good night.